The Israeli Prime Minister just announced that Israel is at war for the first time since 1983.
אזרחי ישראל, אנחנו במלחמה. לא במבצע, לא בסבבים, במלחמה.
It all started Saturday morning in Israel. The ruling Hamas militant group in the Gaza Strip carried out an unprecedented attack on Israel, firing thousands of rockets as dozens of fighters infiltrated the heavily fortified border in several locations by air, land, and sea, catching the country off guard on a major holiday, Simchat Torah. Today is also the 50th anniversary of the start of the Yom Kippur War that happened in 1973. After dozens of gunmen infiltrated the South Israeli border, videos of shooting and violence in the streets started making rounds on social media. These shocking videos show militants shooting at passers in the street, taking over houses, and destroying innocent lives. Before moving on, quick reminder to hit the like button, as YouTube is not going to be happy with me talking about this war, so your like helps the video a lot. Soon after all this, Hamas claimed responsibility for that attack and the rockets as the militant leader Mohammed Deif released a statement calling this Operation Al-Aqsa Storm, hinting that this attack is in retaliation for the IDF storming the Mosque of Al-Aqsa during the holy month of Ramadan back in April. So far, it's reported that Hamas has fired over 5,000 rockets into Israel, but most were stopped by the Iron Dome, even though debris does end up causing damage. On top of this, one rocket was able to get through the defense and has caused one death. Soon after this, President Netanyahu published a video on Twitter announcing that Israel is at war and the whole country needs to follow IDF guidelines on what to do. Here's the map showing the Gaza Strip and Israel, as well as the city of Sderot, where Palestinian militants have been seen walking the streets. The Israeli channel, Reshet 13, reports that Palestinian militants are holding Israelis captive in the southern town of Ofakim. Unverified videos on social media appear to show Palestinians taking civilians captive and moving them by motorbike into Gaza. Of course, I can't show any of these videos because of YouTube guidelines, but if you want, you can check them out on our Twitter. But I am warning you beforehand, I wish I had never seen these videos. The Israeli authorities have said they will not comment on this. However, a Hamas spokesman told Al Jazeera that they are not hostages, they are prisoners of war. As of writing of this script, Israeli police have confirmed that there are around 60 active fighters in Israel. Currently, the military and police are working toward dealing with these fighters, as many are roaming the street and openly firing on anyone or any vehicle they see. While some reports also show that some fighters have taken control of houses and are fighting out of there. Israel has called up thousands of reservists and is working quickly towards taking control of the situation. Militants are unlikely to remain at large there for long. They will either be killed or captured by the Israeli Defense Forces or withdraw by themselves. The more complicated situation surrounds those Israelis reportedly kidnapped by Hamas and possibly taken into Gaza. Israel has two options here: mount a special operations rescue mission or wait it out and negotiate. Both are fraught with risks. Hamas military wing, the Qasim Brigades, has released a video showing at least 3 men in civilian clothes being held captive by militants, claiming the trio are Israeli soldiers. The video, seen on social media, claims the captives to be enemies captured during the offensive. The AFP news agency says the video is preceded by text in Arabic, stating images of Al-Qasim brigades capturing several enemy soldiers during the Palestinian operation. Signs in Hebrew in the background suggest that the video was filmed on the Israeli side of the Erez crossing between Israel and the Gaza Strip. In response to all of this, the Israeli Defense Force has announced that it has begun Operation Iron Swords, which will involve major operations against Hamas in southern Israel and in the Gaza Strip, while also including the call-up of over 10,000 reservists. They also state that they are preparing for an escalation on the northern front with Lebanon. Nonetheless, the scale of this attack by Hamas proves two things. First, a massive intelligence failure by Israel. The country was totally caught unaware and had basically no response in the first hours. Second, because of the scale and execution of the attack, it's likely that Hamas has outside support, possibly either from Iran or Hezbollah or both. This is quite arguably the worst intelligence failure since the 1973 war, and it coincidentally happened on the 50th anniversary of the war. The big difference being 1973 was a traditional war fought on the battlefront, but this time civilians and innocent bystanders are being hurt. The country has one of the most extensive and sophisticated intelligence networks in the Middle East, both domestic and external. It has informants embedded inside militant groups, not just in the Palestinian territories, but in Lebanon, Syria, and elsewhere. It has, in the past, been able to assassinate militant leaders either with precision drone strikes or even booby-trapped mobile phones. And yet today, at the end of a Jewish holiday, it appears to have been caught asleep at the wheel. Hamas has been able to plan and launch this carefully coordinated assault on Israel seemingly in total secrecy. Tragically, Ophir Liebstein, mayor of the Sha'ar HaNegev Regional Council, lost his life during the confrontation with Hamas. Israeli commander Nimrod Aloni has also been captured by Hamas in the ongoing war. This is also the first time in a long time that Israel has lost control of cities near the border. Hamas members are currently controlling 3 villages and present in 7. Bulldozers have taken down part of the fence between Gaza and Israel, and Palestinian citizens and militants are reportedly entering Israel. Palestinian forces are attempting to capture Nekavot, a city situated 9 miles from Gaza. Current reports suggest that there has been more than 40 killed by Hamas terrorists, over 750 wounded, and dozens reportedly taken hostage in Gaza. Even though the situation escalated quickly, international allies were quick to support their respective sides. Hezbollah released a statement extending congratulations to the resistant Palestinian people and the heroic fighters of the Palestinian factions. This triumphant operation is a decisive response to the ongoing crimes of the occupation and continuous violations against sanctities, honors, and dignities. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas has said that the Palestinian people have their right to defend themselves against the terror of settlers and occupation troops. France, the USA, the UK, and the West as a whole has firmly condemned the attack by Hamas and enforced Israel's rights to defend itself. While Qatar and Saudi Arabia issued statements saying that Israel alone was responsible for the ongoing escalation of violence with the Palestinian people. Similarly, Iran said in a statement that it supported the Palestinians' attack. Lastly, as I was finishing up the script, we have unconfirmed reports of Hezbollah threatening to invade Israel from Lebanon if Israel launches a ground offensive against Gaza. The Egyptian government has allegedly passed on the information from Hezbollah to Israel. It's also worth noting that according to some leaks from Israeli intelligence, there were reports that this attack could be a distraction before a full-scale war on the northern Israeli border. This is a fast-moving story. We will be live streaming and updating you guys as we learn more. The link to the live stream will be in the description and in the pinned comment. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to catch our future videos.